Hey guys, during my Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus Let's Play, I said if I could ever figure out how to record apps on the Android, I'd totally cover the app of Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus called Ratchet and Clank Before the Nexus. Now, this is something Sony's been doing. They made a game app for Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, knack, and PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Now, the Battle Royale was actually European only, so I never covered that. That was like a few months ago. I think that was over the summer of 2013. But just recently, Ratchet and Clank Before the Nexus and Knack's Adventure came out on Android and iOS devices. And I might cover Knack sometime soon, but I finally found a way to record app games properly. This is actually on a PC. I'm nearly emulating it in a way. I'll explain it in the description if anyone's interested, but it's actually a pretty cool app. Overall, I want to say right away, it's free, and Sony has been really fair with these apps. Usually with apps like this, they're very forcing. It's very hard to complete the game without putting money out there, without having to spend a lot of money on in-game currency. But while in-game currency does exist in this game, it is not needed. I was able to get every single thing in this game. I 100%ed it completely on my phone, without spending a single cent. Another cool thing, you can collect Raritanium in the game itself, and then sync it with your PlayStation Network account to get actual Raritanium in the Into the Nexus game. It's really cool. Knack has a similar thing that I'll show off when I'm doing that, but let's get into it. Now it starts out the same every single time. We have Vendra and Neftin trying to attack Ratchet, and he has to chase them and take them down. Now we also have these guys talking about skill points every time. Let's just sort of explain the gameplay. Okay, now the gameplay is split up into two segments. Right now we have a rail segment, and then I'll alternate between each segment. Right now we're just on the rail section. We're very familiar with these if you played any Ratchet and Clank game, and it's overall fun. And then we always have this transitioning tunnel segment, and then it'll go into a battle segment where we're on foot, and we have to shoot our enemies coming up right here. And now we can see that there will be enemies starting to pop up. Here's one right here, and I can just shoot these guys with touching my screen. And it's a little hard to do. You don't want to like just keep your finger there, or you won't be able to see where you're going. You just sort of have to click in or just tap it. Tapping it is usually the most effective thing. Now you might be able to see that I'm collecting a lot of bolts, and they are very needed because there's a lot of things to buy. But like I said, the game is very fair with what you have to buy and the prices of everything. Never at one point in time did I run out of bolts at all. It is very easy to grind for them. But you might be able to see some other things on the top right. Like I said, there is my bolt counter. And on the top left, I have my score. The score is basically meaningless unless you want to keep tabs on your high scores. And then under that, we have how far I've gone. But between those two things, you might be able to see two white squares on the top left. And those are my health bars. Now, I can buy armor in the game, and that'll increase my amount of health. There's also a power-up you can purchase, which also temporarily increases your health. But yes, there is health. Now, every few segments we'll run into Neftin and Vendra, and we have to try to shoot them, and if we can kill them before the segment ends, we get a lot of bolts. Right now, my weapons are way too underleveled to kill them properly, though. Let's try it, though. It's very difficult earlier in the game, and it gives nearly an RPG feel to it. I don't know, like, at first you're not strong enough to do anything, but if you just keep playing and grinding on these bolts and buy more and more stuff, then you eventually have enough to, just, be able to destroy things. And there I die. That's a very Crash Bandicoot style death. Now when I do die, you can use the Hero Bolt. And now, these are in other app games that never end, but usually you only can purchase them. You can't get them any other way. But in this game, Sony was really fair once again, and you can't actually purchase these. These are only found in-game, but if I use it, I will revive and start from where I was. Why don't we cancel? Because, when we do, it'll tell our mission results, how much bullets we collected, and why don't we go to the shop? And in the shop, we can buy weapons. We have the Constructo Pistol, the Constructo Shotgun, the Buzz Blades, the Predator Launcher, and the Rhino. Now, another cool thing is with the Rhino, you don't actually purchase the Rhino either. It's all in-game. You have to collect 10 Terrachnoids to actually get the Rhino. Now, I have 3 out of 10 on here, but I have the Rhino. I have absolutely 100% on the app on my phone, but I had to reset it to do it on this emulator thing. But what I suggest you do is immediately save enough money to purchase the Constructo Shotgun, and then main hand the Constructo Shotgun until you have enough for the Rhino. The Rhino is incredibly overpowered, and when it comes to fighting normal enemies on the screen, you can tap anywhere on the screen and it instantly kills all enemies in sight, except for Vendra and Neftin. You actually have to aim at them and shoot them, but it's very easy to kill them with the Rhino. Now we also have power-ups. We didn't run into any in that run right there, but these help in a number of ways, and these, also the weapons can be upgraded, so I suggest you upgrade them. But basically all you'll be using is the shotgun and the Rhino after you unlock those two. Everything else is nice, but not as needed or as effective. And in the shop, we have Armor Magnetizer, Groovitron, Bolt Multiplier, you know what these are when you read them, and these can also be leveled up to be lasting longer or do more effective things. So these are nice, and these help, and they're really worth the cash, especially things like the Bolt Multiplier, the Armor Magnetizer. And then we also have armor to increase our amount of hits. We have Light Armor, Heavy Armor, and Nexus Armor, and they are a little expensive, but not too bad, and then we can purchase Raritanium for our in-game use. In the app itself, Raritanium is useless, there's no use for it. We can also purchase more bolts. Now, they charge quite a lot for the bolts, but like I said, you won't have to spend anything on it. Besides that, that's it for the shop. Now we do have skill points. Now if we go back into it, that's the first thing the people say to us when we start this level. Like here he'll shoot at us, and then all of a sudden right here on the top of the screen, somebody, either the plumber or another character from the game, will tell us about skill points. Now if we press escape, or pausing the game, whatever one, now we can buy ammo here. And that was all like, oh geez, am I going to have to be incredibly frugal and have to never spend anything so I can actually use these guns? And actually no, it's very lenient with the price on the ammo, but here on skill points, these are like challenges. It's like, kill 2 enemies with a single pistol shot, and that'll give you like 500 bolts to do it. So you want to do those just so you have them done. And maybe I'll keep going here and just sort of talk a little bit about this while I try to show off the shotgun now. But, it's really cool. I've been really enjoying this app. The thing is that once, it takes about 5 to 6 hours to 100% the whole app, if you play it, well the whole time through. It's overall a really easy app, and after you 100% it, there's really no point to play it anymore. It needs some updates. Okay, so now we have the Constructo Shotgun. This makes things a bit easier. You can also see a Terracnoid that I'll collect. And also, I could just shoot. And it kills people pretty easy. Also, it has a large range to it, which makes it nice. But, like, you can tell all these bolts on the ground were crates that I shot. It just goes on forever. There's, like, no distance limit. Looks like I'm going to have to pick up another green bolt. A hero bolt, whatever it's called. But these apps are really cool. But the thing I worry about is there's so much of a lack of need of these, like, putting money into the apps that I don't think Sony's going to make any type of profit off of these apps. The only type of profit people are going to make off of these apps is seeing it and going, oh, this is fun, I want to go out and buy the full game, which I'm sure is their main idea, but the fact that it's so easy to get everything without spending a single penny sort of worries me to the fact that it may be really just overall not a good business plan. Like, I'm worried they'll see some big Sony CEO who barely even knows what's going on with this app is going to see, oh, this hasn't made any money, we need to cancel making these, because these are really cool. I play these and I'm like, dang, I want to go play Nexus again. And I play the Knack one, I'm like, dang, I want to go play Knack some more. And they're cool because they unlock things in the actual game, and that influences me to keep playing this and keep playing the games. And overall, it's a really cool business-like model, and I enjoy it. I mean, I haven't seen any other company do this, and I really think it's a cool idea, and I feel like if Sony keeps on top of things like this, then it's going to be really good for them, and it's going to be really good for the games. And there we go, I got an achievement. Now you can also as well get achievements, and I do believe they just unlock different things like Raritanium for you, they unlock different things like gold for you, or not gold, the bolts. And, it's very nice. I've unlocked all the achievements as well. But there we go, maybe I'll just keep going until I die. I can also hold this, and I'll, like, broaden my range, but you can just tap and it does the job right. I'm just gonna sit here and wait to die, though. I've said what I need to say. And there you go, and there another Crash Bandicoot style death. No hero bolts for me. Let's go to the menu now. Let us hit up the menu. And then we have the tutorial, this will tell you how to play, but I already do. We also have skill points, which I already covered. My profile, which will tell me all my statistical things, how far I've flown, and all just numerical statistics. My achievements, like I said, I've gotten all these as well. These are cool. These are not that difficult though. And then we can connect our app with the PlayStation Network so that we can sync the Raritanium with the actual game. And I'll just pull up the credits here to say thank you guys for watching. This game was developed by Darkside Studios. Of course, Ratchet and Clank is properties of, what's it called? Insomniac. But this is a cool app, and I suggest you check it out because I do believe it's on iPhone as well, and it's 100% free. I'll link it in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.